Hey, what's happening, babies? Elton McFall here. It's still early morning, maybe about 9 a.m. on a Saturday, the 25th of May, 2024. Boy, it really took me a long time to find a suitable place to do this because the usual park, there were already people there, and it was like, man, I'm thinking, geez, there's already people there, which means distractions, and it could be in the shot or come up and ask questions or whatever. I don't want to, again, when I'm doing this, I don't want to be bothered at all. It's like if I'm doing a drawing or painting, it's the same thing. Anyway, I finished this model a few days ago, and I'm I'm literally Jesus, I'm actually look, I'm literally lying down on my stomach here, looking like a dead body almost, to get this shot. Basically like as if I'm a big shot making big bucks here. And actually, there we go. That's a better shot of me right there in the sun there. And yeah, I waited a few days to do this because yesterday morning it was cloudy, and in the afternoon I'm usually out, and as well as the day before was just way too windy, wind coming from the north. So, excuse me, north. So yeah, I finished this, like I said, a couple of days ago, and it was a fun project. It's fun to do these Juinker models because, again, you don't have to really do anything precise. There's some precision about it, about how you paint your rust and weathering and all that. But it really is clear cut and dry, as we say. And I wanted to. I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to film this guy, might as well include these two that I did back in the '90s. The 58 you saw maybe last summer when I filmed it with my two other 58 Chevy models, 124 scale. But the 59 Chevy, that's the first time it's actually outside, which I did, of course. I probably built this like 30 years ago, and but I know I weathered it probably a couple of years later, something like that. I didn't like the way it turned out or whatever. I would do that a lot, like I would do that a lot. Like, seriously, there were a lot of models I had. If I didn't have the money to buy new models, which were inexpensive at the time anyway, that could have been like anywhere from like $7 to like whatever, $14-15, and you just take it all apart and strip the paint off and then redo it. I did that with a lot of models. Boy, this is not the most comfortable position right here. Seriously, this is like the friggin' fetal position here. Plus the sun is like literally right on me. It's not even easy to see the viewfinder. But I was telling that to a friend of mine the other day. I said the great thing about these cell phones, when you're photographing, filming with them, it's very easy to see through the viewfinder. It's humongous compared to a regular camera like my old Nikon there, which the old Nikon I haven't used pretty much in months. So here's a story with this guy. I bought this a few years ago in Verdun from a guy who was selling it. And I don't know, he was asking $25 or something. I said, would you take 15? He says, okay. So he meets me outside and open the box, like, dude, there's no rear bumper. So I said, I'll give you $10. He says, okay. So then when I built that yellow over black 57 Nomad, what is it, last year, I guess, Ed's Nomad that he gave me, I used some of the parts off of this kit. So the headlight bezels, the what else? I even used the spears that go, the chrome spears that go here. I used the tail light housings as well that go here on the fins, because again, that 57 Chevy Nomad dates back to 1969, so they reissued it a few times, and it's a crude model. It's a good model, but the front grille and all that bumper is terribly done. And this one, which is a Revell, is much better. I wonder if you could see the work I did on the inside. Kind of hard to see, eh? It's a little bit too dark, eh? Can't really show you, I guess. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can show you. It's just terrible. I can't see shit. I can sort of see it. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. And the green that's on there, that's the same green actually that I didn't even use a primer. I just shot it that green, and it came out all like crappy. And it was the same green I used when I did my 59 Impala hardtop, like a nice one, And then what I did, seeing I don't have much money at all lately, I took some Tamiya paint, acrylic paint by hand. I painted all the black by hand, and then I sanded it all down. And you got a nice worn out effect there of paint. And then I kind of started to do the rusting, and you heat up certain places of the body with a lighter, and there you go. You start to pull and put some dents. And the mags, I painted them as well as the steely front rims. So it's, again, they call this weathering. You know, it's a lot of fun. I don't even know where the hell those mags are from. I think they're from that 70 Impala I made. See? Pretty cool. Now, mind you, some people could do even better than this. Frankly, I'm pretty happy with it. But actually, I think with a little bit more practice and thinking, I could have done the rusting even a little bit more better than that, actually. So, but again, very, very happy with it. And again, that's what's great. When you got models that you have hang on a second. Man, oh man. I got up this morning like 2 hours ago. It was 11 degrees, man. I'm wearing this heavy jacket, like flannel jacket. It's too warm. I'm dying of heat here in the sun. I didn't even forget to bring my hat, for crying out loud. Anyway, yeah, again, so like I said, if you get a model and it's missing parts, you know, you buy a model, especially used, and it's not in good shape, it's missing parts, this is perfect. Again, the headlight bezels are gone. And even the hood, I forgot to mention, the hood, I even used it for the 57 Nomad because it was a better hood than that crappy hood that came with that Nomad, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, I think I've built like, I must have counted, I think 657 Chevy models I've built in my life. The first ones, I'm sure, was that crappy Revell one. It was black, you know, hot rod with the Corvette wheels on it, circa whatever, 89. It started with that. Then I built a Nomad, which was a terrible model I made. Then I made that same model years later. I bought another one. I made it really nice. And then I bought an AMT, which was like this, but a two-door hardtop. That one I did a nice job, nice sold. I sold most of these models on eBay. And then, of course, there's my 112 scale 57 Bel Air I have. That one actually I put for sale recently, but it's missing parts. So even that one I thought about doing a junker out of it because it's not perfect. And then we moved to these guys. And there's a dog barking incessantly. Must be another dog around there somewhere. All right, the old morning walk with the dog there. Glad I don't have to do that with Gloria. Then, of course, there's these guys. Like I said, I did these in the 90s. The 58 Impala, I must have built three. I even have another one I'm going to build as well that I got on trade from a friend of mine. He built it partially in the 80s, like a whole bunch of other models I did a trade with. And yeah, this one, I don't remember. I think if it was the first one I made. I even had a second one, but I sold it. And I know last year I sort of made a diorama for this, like a wood base and everything, like the 59 Impala. But they accumulated so much dust, I was like, this is disgusting, so I just threw that all out. And I added wheels and tires on this guy. Look, there's not even any springs on it. It's just really show, of course, you know. There's no hood. I cleaned it off a bit. Look, you can see the original plastic underneath there, I think. Clean on takeoff. And it's funny, even before I started making this video, you know, like I said, I built like 5 or 6 of these 57 Chevy models. To me, when it comes to model cars, that's the icon. That's the one that was made so many times, so many scales, reissued. Everybody's like built them if they build models long enough. But is the 57 Chevy as revered as it used to be? No, definitely not. Things are changing rapidly, unfortunately, in my opinion, in the old car world. But this was actually, I think, seriously my favorite one that I did. I paid so much attention to all the details on it. I can't believe all the door handles are actually still on it. This was actually a pin from something, and part of it is missing. I don't know. And look, I put like heads and freaking bell housing in there and stuff, and just details. But, you know, again, like I said before, I'd probably sell one of these, you know, just to get some cash together. I got too much stuff, and it's always fun you can always build more. That's what's great with these things, you know. Part of the fin broke off there. I don't know, I moved around a few too many times in my life. Look, even here the windshield's cracked. Of course, in this model, it doesn't really matter. It just gives it that appeal, you know. So yeah, when I do these kinds of videos, I think to myself, am I missing something? Did I miss the boat on something? What did I not think of? What did I not mention or do? But yeah, this looks literally like lying in the weeds though, eh? It's pretty damn neat. The old junker fleet. I actually wanted to call the video like, which of course I probably won't, call it something like 57, my 57 Chevy Juinker, or sorry, no, my 57 Chevy shitbox model, something like that. But I don't know. I'm not sure that would fly well with YouTube, I guess, with the political correctness and all this shit. So that's it, guys. I don't think there's anything else to say. I'm very content with this, like I said, and that's the whole part of it. If you're doing this and you're not having fun with it, well, you don't have enough experience, or you don't have any patience, because you gotta have a lot of patience to do this kind of stuff, you know, seriously. So here you go, guys. That's it. That's all. I think I'm gonna go get ready to have my third cup of coffee at home. Thanks for watching. Take care. All the best to you. Be good, be well, and if it's a beautiful day where you are, enjoy it as much as possible, because God knows there are enough shitty days or shitty times in life. Man, I am sweating. Take care, eh? Adios.